What are the top 5 apps in the market today that I highly recommend you stay away from when it comes to financial apps? Now, some of these apps have millions of downloads, hundreds of thousands of reviews, and you might say, Tommy, no, if these apps have so many good reviews and positive downloads, then it can't be bad. Well, in reality, it might be the reason why you might not be achieving wealth, and it also might be another bill every single month that you actually get charged for. So in this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 worst apps that I recommend you remove from your cell phone, because I myself do not have them, although a lot of people actually do, and they hurt you. Trust me when I say they do. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is TommyBryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. On top of it, do me a favor and smash the like button. Really appreciate it. And here's a question for you guys, okay? What's the worst experience you ever had with an app? Comment down below, let me know. And if you ask me, I don't like 3 things, okay? I don't like when an app charges me money for something that should be free. On top of that, I don't like when an app basically has no customer service, because sometimes it might glitch and next you know my money's in there and it's like I can't talk to a real person. And thirdly, I don't like when an app takes my money and doesn't pay me any interest on it just because it's an app and it's kind of cool to do. No, I want to get paid interest on my money if you're gonna hold my money. Unless you're gonna do something crazy like maybe more money, I don't want to pay for an app that holds my money and doesn't pay me any money back, okay? So it's kind of like you give and I give you also, and we're all good to go. But if I'm not getting any money back, well, I'm not paying for the entire application, and usually I delete it, and that's what always happens. Now, let's get into the video, guys, and talk about the top 5 worst apps in the market today. By the way, guys, I want to start off with a very extreme app that most of you guys probably don't have, but I did get asked to do a review on this app, and I completely just ignored the person. I won't say their name for like privacy issues, but the concept is this, guys, right? I found this app that does something so crazy that I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to talk about it, but just in case one of you guys out there hears about this app, I'm like, okay, I want to download it. It sounds pretty cool. You know, I want to make sure I cover it right here on the top 5 worst apps not to have on your phone. Now, the first one, guys, is actually called Bull and Moon. Bull as in cow, and then moon as in the sky and the galaxy and all that fancy stuff, okay? Now, Tommy, how does this app relate to finance? Well, in reality, the way the app works, basically, it takes your zodiac sign, which your date of birth and when you were born, all that fancy stuff, and it finds a company that was incorporated in a matching zodiac sign, I think so, and then it says, like, for example, I'm a Pisces, a Scorpio, this is the company, so now we should work together and I would make a lot of money because the stars are aligned when it comes to us, okay? Sounds crazy, I know. However, I want to go into an example here, okay? Now, here is my phone, and here is how the application actually works, okay? So, here's my phone right here, and I downloaded it today because I was like, there's no way I'm going to download it. And basically, I go in the application right here, and it shows me, okay, it's loading up. By the way, it looks gorgeous. I just want to say that. I just don't recommend you use this. However, look at this, right? So I go in here, and I click like random, and it pops up with an investment idea for me. Well, the best one for me would probably be, you know, based on my zodiac sign when I was born and the sky being aligned. And it says, like, for example, Tommy, you should invest in First Energy. It costs $46.59. However, you are 100% compatible because this score is determined by the position of the planets, sun and moon at the time of your birth, as well as the incorporation of the company. Meaning, it has nothing to do with the financials of the company, but basically when the company was incorporated. By the way, it also gives me like a brief explanation of the company and also a score and the analyst rating of like how much the company, like money the company makes. But and it also gives me like the price here over 5 years. However, guys, when you go into detail into this app, it's kind of like, are you telling me to invest money based on a zodiac sign of when I was born and when the company was made? Does that make sense? The answer is no, but that's exactly what this app helps you do. It's kind of like for those people that just like want to always, you know, make sure, oh, what are you, a Pisces? That's why we don't get along. That makes me cringe so bad when I hear that. However, I highly recommend you stay away from this app because, again, the only way to find out if a company is profitable or not and if it makes sense for you is by analyzing the balance sheets, the cash flow statements, the income statement, the 10K forms. All the research is online, and I recommend, if you want to find that out, I recommend 3 things, okay? Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, and on top of that, a great book written by Benjamin Graham called The Intelligent Investor. I recommend checking out the book if you want to learn how to invest. But please don't depend on the sky and the moon and all this fancy stuff to figure out exactly what to invest in, okay? It makes absolutely no sense, and it makes me cringe at the idea of going out there and buying stocks based on the alignment of the stars. Think about it for a second, okay? Now, number 2 is actually called the Earnin app, okay? Now, the Earnin app has over 100,000 downloads, over 90K reviews, and they're all mostly positive, except the entire video I made on them where I said, like, hey, I don't recommend the application, it's not good, and that video got over almost like 90K views, and everyone agreed with me. However, guys, the main concept of the Earnin app is basically if you don't have any money by the time your paycheck comes, you can take some money and borrow it from Earnin, and once you get paid, they'll take your money, and that's how it works. You can tip them if you want to, and that's basically it. Isn't that awesome? I need a haircut. I'm gonna go get my haircut, okay? That's how it works. However, guys, the Earnin app is kind of like a it's kind of like a pay loan on steroids. On top of that, it's kind of like a GPS advanced tracker because it tracks when you're at work and when you're not at work, so you can't really fool the app. However, guys, you know, if you ask me, Tommy, why don't you recommend the Earnin app? Well, basically, it's very simple to answer, okay? One, if you don't tip, well, they won't really pay you out that much money. On top of that, it is an enabler when it comes to, by the way, guys, think about this, okay? I went from making $60 a week, literally, to making a little bit over $10,000 a month in like around a 3-year period, okay? Now, the concept is, if I relied on an app to pay me early before I got paid, well, the reason is probably because I wasn't managing my money well, I was in a bad situation, and having to borrow money from the Earnin app and paying them maybe 10% tip, 5% tip here, well, that adds up to a ton of money over time. And it also shows that I have no control. By the way, for everyone gonna say, hey, Tommy, you don't get it. I just want to get paid early. It's my money. I deserve it. Well, the answer is, it is your money. You do deserve it. However, you don't have to pay anyone to actually get your money early. Just wait until it's due. Now, if you tell me, Tommy, I can't wait because of my bills and everything that's going on, I also get that because I went through the same thing. However, I would never go into using this app because it just enables you and it's not good whatsoever. On top of that, you know, I don't like the concept of like, hey, GPS tracking, so it tracks everything that you're actually doing, and it actually use information to actually use it for selling information and sharing data with other platforms. And they also, by the way, guys, just to say this, okay, the entire like tip / interest thing where we don't charge you interest, your tip was fair. In reality, there's research that shows that when people are asked to actually tip and do something like that, they actually pay a lot more than they would actually pay just for interest. So in reality, when you ask me, Tommy, why don't you like the Earnin app? I don't like it because one, it's bad when it comes to budgeting and it enables you. On top of that, it gives you kind of like financial insecurity to the point like you need to get paid before all the time, meaning that what's going on in your life currently. So what's your alternative, guys? The alternative is you create a budget and you take control of your life, okay? Now, I have a video down below and there's a link for a free budget that I currently use, and I use it every single time I get paid. That way I don't have to be borrowing money from an app to actually, you know, and then tipping money or, you know, take $100 for a haircut or just do this. No, I always have enough money to do everything because I make sure I budget all my money. So again, the Earnin app, I don't recommend it, although a whole bunch of people have it, okay? On top of that, if you want to watch the full review with all the details, I have a link down below to the full review also. Now, the third app is very similar to the Earnin app in the way that's kind of like a pay loan with some fancy features to actually make it seem like it's not a pay loan, and it's actually called Dave. Now, Dave is a mystical bear that goes along, it's on your phone, and this way you can actually, you know, get spotted some money. Now, the features involved a few things here that might sound very good, but in reality, they're not that great at all. Now, the first thing about Dave is basically they protect you from overdraft fees, and they also give you budget assistance, and they can also spot you $75, but now actually spot you $100. Why? Maybe because of Earnin, they spotting you $100, so maybe Dave now is spotting you $100, and whenever you get paid, they take it from your check, and then boom, bada boom, that's how it works, okay? Sounds cool, sounds simple. So Tommy, why don't you recommend the app if it sounds so awesome? Well, the concept is they do charge you $1 a month to do this, and to do some quick math here, guys, okay? If you've been using Dave every single day, I mean every single week, and you get spotted $100, let's do some math here. Here's my phone, okay? Because again, you know, math is the savior of everyone. So if you take out $100 every single time you use Dave, right, and you tip like 10% because, hey, you feel like generous, you got $10, it saved you an overdraft fee, and instead of paying like $34 in overdraft fee, you just pay them $10, that's nothing, right? So for example, you pay 0.10%, that's $10, and you do this for an entire year, so 53 weeks, and that adds up to around $530. Plus, don't forget, Jesse paid $1 a month for Dave. So in reality, the total cost of using the entire app is around $542 in a year. That is a lot of money. Now, the thing I don't like, guys, is that usually when you don't see the math, you just don't know what's going on. Now, I think Mark Cuban, actually has money in the app, and he is an investor in it, Shark Tank. But the concept is, guys, Mark Cuban says, Tommy, the reason why I love the Dave app is because basically when I was in college, overdraft fees messed me up so bad, and that's why, I recommend people use this app, because that way it saves you from the $34 overdraft fee. However, when Mark Cuban was in college, I don't even know, it was like in the 90s, now it's different, okay? Now we have online banks that don't charge a single overdraft fee or any fees whatsoever, so we don't need an app like this to enable you to actually borrow money and then tip them money that's going to cost you an average of around $542 if you pay 10% every time you get paid. Tommy, what if I don't tip? Well, if you don't tip, some features get limited, and that's the main problem with most of these apps, okay? You pay $1, doesn't sound that bad, but in reality, the entire idea and the alternative to this app is basically you grab a budget, you create a budget, and then you also use an online bank if you have issues when it comes to having an online bank account or having a normal bank account where they charge you a whole bunch of fees, okay? So I recommend you make a budget, link down below to my budget, and I also recommend you get an online bank account. I recommend SoFi and also Vero. With SoFi, you get 1.5 million in FDIC insurance, you get no fees, free ATM reimbursements worldwide, and guess what? You also get 1.6% interest on your entire money you have in there. And it's also a hybrid between a savings and also a check-ins. So you earn money on your money sitting there. And you also get paid early. Same thing with Vero, except the ATMs and except the entire like 1.5 million. However, they do pay you 2.8% if you have the right deposit set up with them. So the concept is, guys, if you guys have problems with your banks and you're like, okay, my overdraft fee, just switch over to an online bank like Vero or SoFi, links down below, and that way you avoid the entire fee. By the way, when you sign up to Vero with the link I have down below, you get $100, and when you sign up to SoFi, you get $50 with the link I have below. But it might not last, so get it while you still can. And that's why, guys, I recommend always using an online bank, no fees, and no need to borrow money to cover an overdraft fee, okay? And I recommend you get that budget, because once you have a budget, you're good to go, and you'll never need another app like Earnin or Dave to actually spot you money because you're kind of broke, okay? I went through the same thing when I was making $6 a week, and if I had this app, like the Dave app or the Earnin app when I was in college, I would be financially handicapped because I would be enabled and I wouldn't be forced to actually find out a way how to make more money, A, and B, how to save more money, and 3, how to invest more money, okay? These apps handicapped you, and if you don't know, well, now you know. Now, let's go into number 4, guys. Now, number 4 is actually called the Green Dot Unlimited 3% card that gives you 3% on cash back and 3% on a savings. It sounds awesome, I know, and when I first heard about it, I was like, you know what? It sounds so great, but I hope it's not a bait and switch. And since it is in this video, it is because it was a bait and switch, and it's not actually the best app out there. Now, the reason I don't like this app, I also did a video on it, full video down below, but the reason I don't like it is because, A, you don't get paid that entire like 3% every single month. You get paid every single year. So for example, you spend like for an entire like year, swipe, well, you get paid at the end of the year, which I don't like, because with credit cards you get paid every single month, and with some of them you get paid instantly every single time that you spend the money. On top of that, guys, the savings is only up to $10,000, so in reality you can only earn up to $300 every single year when it comes to APY and interest earnings. Now you might say, no big deal, Tommy, that's still awesome, but however, how many people actually have $10,000 like saved up that don't use it? Not that many, to be honest, because research shows that I think more than half of Americans out there don't have even $1,000 saved up. So for example, if you have $1,000 saved up, okay, 1,000, times 0.03 is only $30. But in reality, if you don't spend more than $1,000 on the debit card online every single month, well, that means we would get charged a fee of around $7.95. So you're making $30 from that $1,000. However, you're going to be charged a fee of $7.95, which adds up to around $95 minus your entire profit. Well, you're still down $65, okay? Now, if you ask me, Tommy, how am I going to spend $1,000 a month? I don't know, okay, because I don't even spend $1,000 online every single month. I just don't know how to spend so much money online. So to me, this card, the concept sounds great. It sounds amazing, but I still rather just use, for example, a credit card, like a double cash card, a Discover It card that gives me like 5%, and then also the double cash gives me 2%. I rather use these cards because A, they pay you every single month, and 2, there are no gimmicks, and 3, it's a lot better, and the customer service on those cards are a lot better than the Green Dot Unlimited 3% savings and cashback debit card. It's just a bad product with a great idea though. If it didn't have all these limitations, it would be great. I have a link down below to my full review where I spoke to a representative for around 20 minutes on the phone and had her break down every single detail to why I don't recommend this entire application, okay? And that's the main issue. It's just way too much bait and switchy and way too many things in the fine print that they don't really explain, and it would take me a whole video to actually do it. That's why I made a whole video, link down below. Now, when it comes to number 5, guys, these are apps that I don't like because they charge you money for things that should be free, okay? So I'm gonna go through these very fast because, again, I did videos on these apps before and I spoke about all these apps in the past. However, I just want to put it in this video just so compress everything I've done and say hey, just don't use these apps. They're too expensive for what they actually do. Now, the first one is Capital. They charge you $3, $6, and $12. Quick math here before we actually go. Well, guys, if you're spending $144 on an app, because 12 times 12, because the fee is $12, if you want to be the master, well, it's $144. However, to actually make that money back in interest, it's just even a savings, well, it's going to take you, because they only give you 0.01%, well, it's only going to take you around $144,000 in your savings to actually make back $144. That's why I don't recommend the app, okay? Now, the last app I don't recommend is actually called Clarity Money. However, they pay you around 1%, I believe, and they also help you cut down on your bills. It sounds pretty cool, but I don't recommend it because, again, it should be free. All these apps right here should be free. However, they are great apps, but this should be free, okay? Now, comment down below, guys, and let me know, what do you guys think about these apps? Do you guys have them on your phone? Do you not have them on your phone? Are you going to delete them? Are you going to keep them? Comment down below. Let me know. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video, we appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, just DM me on Instagram, TommyBryson. And if you want to watch a video on the top 5 apps on the market currently, not the worst ones, the top 5 best ones, click this video right here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel right now, subscribe to the channel right here by clicking my face. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and peace.